Hello there and welcome to the news on NTA International. I am Charles Alpha. My sign language interpreter is Courage Ogeria here. But first, a quick look at some of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu inaugurates roads in Federal Capital Territory, expresses hope, Nigeria in anguish as death toll continues to rise from a massive landslide in remote highland community in Papua New Guinea. Makes provision to revert to old anthem, Nigeria, we hail thee. All right, President Bola Tinubu.
Part of promise made by the present administration under the Renewed Hope Initiative, among others, is to focus on infrastructure, and this is coming to reality as the president starts the commissioning of projects in the FCT. The Southern Parkway, a project awarded in 2010 and re-awarded in 2012 respectively, and 13 years after, has finally been delivered. While commissioning the road, President Bola Tinubu reaffirms the unwavering commitment of his administration in delivering on all promises made to Nigerians. As he says, the road will ease traffic for FCT residents and visitors.
The changes we made to the FCT, structure and administrative, is yielding results and elevating the hearts of many Nigerians. Thank you very much.
FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who named the road after the president, promises that the ministry will continue to ensure that the Federal Capital Territory experiences tremendous development.
The scope of work made up of 2 main carriageways of 4 lanes each and 2 service carriageways of 2 lanes each, making a total of 12 lanes. It also includes the construction of 4 number interchanges, a total of 8 number bridges in addition to the police.
Represent a significant milestone in our journey towards progress and development as an administration. Therefore, I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to Mr. Project by us to succeed in this audacious journey.
The Southern Parkway would start from the Christian Center S8 and S9 to the Ring Road 1 is connected to major areas, as this alternative road, according to stakeholders, will reduce traffic and vehicular movement within the city center. In Abuja, Aisha Uba-Ali, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu today received former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair. The meeting at the State House this Tuesday afternoon was held behind closed doors, details of which is yet to be known. State House correspondent Musbah Den Wahab reports that this is the second time the former Prime Minister would be visiting President Tinubu. Mr. Blair had visited the Nigerian leader before his inauguration, then as President-elect, at the Defense House. And still on his one-year celebration, President Bola Tinubu will not give a broadcast of the nation on Wednesday to celebrate his first anniversary as the leader of Nigeria. Instead, the president will address a joint session of the National Assembly, which has lined up a program to commemorate 25 years of the nation's democratic journey at both the executive and legislative levels. President Tinubu's speech will dwell on the achievements of his administration and Nigeria's democracy since the military ceded power in 1999. Former Senate President Senator David Mark, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, and now President Tinubu's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, are all lined up to address the Parliament. Also lined up to speak is the former military ruler General Absalami Abubakar, who handed over power to civilian administration in 1999. At the end of the speeches, President Tinubu will commission the National Assembly Library and Resource Center, now to be known as Bola Tinubu Building. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation and MSMEs, Temitola Adekunle Johnson, has reaffirmed the commitment of the Tinubu's administration to a single-digit interest rate for MSMEs to encourage local investment. He stated this at the Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit in London, and our correspondent, Oluwale Hamzat reports.
The just concluded Nigeria Diaspora Direct Investment Summit, NDDIS, held in London, provided a platform for the convergence of ideas and appraisal of investment opportunities in Nigeria.
If you can manufacture a good at 50 Nigeria, the consumer is going to go for the Chinese imports.
When you put policies that work and you have subsequent governments, Singapore, Indonesia did the same thing. So for you, when you invest that plenty money in Nigeria and bring those Nigerian products, those purses and shoes, am I going to wear them here? Will I not say, this is made in Nigeria, let me go and buy a Mark and Spencer?
The need to provide an enabling environment and expand the funding opportunities for investors and entrepreneurs was emphasized.
But the current President Tinubu's regime, President Tinubu's government, is trying to ensure a single-digit interest rate for SMEs. So this will help small businesses in Nigeria, and it will also motivate people in diaspora who have businesses or who want to run businesses to go to Nigeria and set up businesses.
Well, as part of our discussions today, we had a panel on job creation and support for MSMEs in Nigeria. Yes. And we touched on the Nollywood creative industries, the fashion industry.
By the Tinubu administration. Now, threats to Nigeria's economic growth is one out of many issues Nigeria has been contending with. In the effort to ensure sustainability and a resilient economy, the past 1 year, foreign policies of the French supports and diplomatic engagements. Garba Natala reports that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, gave assurances.
These sort of loopholes that were exploited by the likes of Binance. So it's a money and efficaciously you need funding. So that is it. But I assure you, we're working on it. Mr. President is very aware of it.
Foreign Affairs Minister notes that the ministry has achieved so much in 1 year, considering the existing efforts made in diplomacy.
Push in 2 senior people into the higher echelons of the African Continental Free Trade Area to attract foreign direct investment, of course, transfer of
landslide, severing the only road link to the outside world. Early on Tuesday, under provincial administrator that had a total population of about 7,900 people. 8 agencies have estimated more than 1,000 people have already been displaced by the catastrophe. But many residents have refused to leave at-risk areas because they were holding out hope of finding friends and family. Elsewhere, torrential rains in the wake of a powerful cyclone caused the collapse of a quarry in India's Mizoram state, killing 12 people, according to government officials. Rescue efforts in the quarry were being hampered by heavy rains. Several highways and key roads were disrupted by landslides across Mizoram and other northeastern states on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Cyclone Remal, which made landfalls in low-lying Bangladesh and neighboring India on Sunday evening, leaves thousands of destroyed makeshift houses on Bangladesh coast, leaving at least 38 people dead and thousands without.
After the break, please stay with us.
It's been live shows as we detail the hope, resilience and progress of Nigeria in the last 1 year. Tune in as we make sense of Nigeria's paradigm shift in monetary and fiscal policies, death of the parasitic monster called subsidy, and boost in agriculture and food security.
Thank you for staying with us. Just so you know that coming up at 8 p.m. is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu documentary at 1, and one of it is the oil subsidy, the death of parasitic monster. It will from 8 to 8:30 p.m. And the second is renewed hope, journey to food security. and that one will air from 8:30 to 9 p.m. Now, ECOWAS has launched a human security and resilience assessment for member countries. The study, which is commencing with Nigeria, is to help the regional bloc to tailor its policy. Calvin Hunaya reports.
Instability, compounded by the impact of climate change, resulting in heightened vulnerabilities, especially among the poor in member countries. This study for Nigeria, a product of the ECOWAS Directorate of Early Warnings and Office of Strategic Preparedness and Resilience, is the first in the sub-region and will serve as a model for other countries.
Underlying conflict,
addressing issues of poverty and underdevelopment, especially in rural communities across West Africa. In Abuja, Kelvin Ewonwaye, NTA News.
Belgium on Tuesday committed to delivering 30 F-16 fighter jets by 2028 to help Kyiv battle Russia's invasion. Uchek reports that both countries signed a security pact to this effect at the start of the visit by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
The pledge was signed by Zelensky and Belgian Prime Minister Alexander De Croo, the latest in a string of similar Ukrainian accords with Western allies.
Our aim is to be able to provide first aircraft before the end of this year, 2024.
The bilateral security agreement, Zelensky said, includes at least 977 million euros in Belgian military aid to Ukraine this year, in addition to a commitment of support over the next 10 years. The Ukrainian leader entered Brussels from Spain late Monday as part of a tour to several European countries in a bid to rally support for Kyiv. He held a press conference with De Croo and visited a military air base in the Belgian capital, where he met instructors helping to train Ukrainian pilots to fly. It has committed 1.2 billion euros to providing military support for Ukraine since Russia's invasion in 2022. Spain, a day earlier, pledged 1 billion euros in military aid as Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez.
Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and lawmakers are of the opinion that the old anthem, the official anthem of Nigeria at independence in 1960, has contextual connotation and relevance to the current state of the nation.
Those against say nay. The ayes have it. A bill for an act to provide for the national anthem of Nigeria and for matters related thereto 2024. Third reading taken and passed.
Arise, O compatriots, which came into effect in 1978. Sadiq Wanka, special advisor to the president on power, especially natural gas, which serves as transition fuel. He says the misconception that the country will jettison fossil fuels must be replaced with a gradual increase in renewables while harnessing the older, cleaner resources from crude oil. He made this known at a symposium on a just
and orderly fashion so that it gives comfort to the investors that to come in and do the investment.
Transition is not just about changing sources of energy. It's going to affect business changes in the dynamics of the economy. And it is more so in an economy like Nigeria's, which is monocultural, which is oil dependent.
And so the focus is not so much on decarbonization for us, but on the justice question, the climate justice question. So at the community level, and in many of our communities, people are still going to be dealing with the environmental degradation of exploitation.
It is on the same page.
Driving, overspeeding, wrong driving, more commonly known in Nigeria as one-way, driving under the influence of alcohol, overloading a side approach in order to achieve better results. Growing through the ranks up to the rank of the assistant commercial and now the commercial, Sheikh Mohammed must bring his wealth of experience to bear towards ensuring sanity on the highways.
This new assignment, which is sensitive,
and very, very important. I urge you to do your best.
Just as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation has said, the expectations of Nigerians still remains better road management, with officers on the roads being more active, leading to less crashes. It is also expected that there will be improved enlightenment of road users and synergy between other road management stakeholders. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Vice President Kashim Shettima led other eminent Nigerians to the funeral of the late former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Lamode, at the National Mosque, Abuja. And this is where we end the news. Many thanks for being part of it. I am Charles Alpha Courage Ogeria. He has been interpreting for us.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you. In your living room, office, and everywhere, anywhere. We provide a company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, Go TV channel. And to watch NTA International in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, use the following satellite parameters. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
The Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, FIRO, under the aegis of the Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology, wishes to invite the general public to the National
Welcome to Africa, the land of
In the heart of Niger State, North Central, whose unwavering commitment to the growth and development has ignited a wave of transformation across the nooks and nation. A new chapter unfolds from the heart of the cities to the farthest reaches of the country. Muhammad Umar Bago's first year.
To improve life living in Niger State.
Looking at the program involving expansion of our major arteries within the town, which is something that has never been done with, strongly. And then another very important thing that MENA, lacked until recently, this vision to open the town by providing a kind of external ring road, which will bring about development.
Former Governor Umar Bago and key government officials work.
Bago